Alright, so in making the last video, I thought about this. I remembered Texas Reality Check. I've done this before, but especially in the times that we're in right now, um, you really need to start planning it out. Okay, so like I said, when I was younger, I always said I wanted to make video games. I wanted to be a game programmer or computer programmer, and now I'm a teacher. So I didn't actually become what I said I was going to be as a kid. And very few kids do. And the reason why is because as you get older, you're going to have life happen to you. So things will occur that may stop you from being able to do what you want. Um, Things might occur that may change your mind. You might find something new, etc., etc., etc. Well, let's talk about the lifestyle that you want. Because remember I said figuring out what you want is far more important than figuring out what you want to do. Okay, actually, what you want will get you to where what you want to do. Like you know, for instance, the lifestyle that I have, my wife and my kids and my house, and the things that I want as an adult, okay, dictate the kind of job that I have, right? So I could not afford my lifestyle if I was still a photographer working for Lifetouch Studios. Um, in fact, they make considerably less. So I wouldn't be able to do that. Now, I could if I wanted to still be a photographer. Okay, well, now I'm going to have to open my own studio. I'm going to have to go out there and get a lot of people and match my career to my lifestyle. Okay, but knowing your lifestyle first, and you're in the planning stages. See, I'm a 38-year-old man telling you who's already gone through it. You're a kid, so you're about to head into it, and you really want to look at it and decide, okay, what am I interested in, what I want to look at. And like I said, if you don't know, then check everything out until you figure it out. Well, what am I looking at? Where do I even start? Here's where you start. Texas Reality Check. So this is the lifestyle calculator, and you are going to do exactly what I do, and then you're going to turn in your results. Okay, so let's do this. So start your reality check. Okay, we live in Houston, Texas. I mean, Humble, but Houston's the answer. Okay, and it starts with your basic stuff. So your housing. Now, there's no right answer and there's no wrong answer. It's what kind of life do you want to live? Okay, you want to live at home with mom and dad for your whole life? Do you want to have a studio apartment, a one-bedroom apartment, a two-bedroom apartment, or do you want to own a home? I own a home. Okay, now this says you can have a house for $12.85, and that's not off. That's not entirely off. Okay. Now the question is, where would you be able to own a home for $12.85? Okay. The monthly payment includes interest for a 30-year loan. Okay. That's not I mean, I guess this doesn't include the taxes and the insurance and all the stuff. So if you just went base price, because there's more into that. So I just bought a home and I pay $1,600. Okay, but the $1,600 includes the taxes and the insurance and all that stuff. So I guess if I took all that other stuff off, I'd be probably at $3,000. But then it also depends upon the kind of home. But if you want a house, this is a good place to start. Okay, so next we'll go to our utilities. I use internet every single day. Everybody I know uses internet, so internet is pretty much a given. You're going to have a phone. Okay, you're going to have water and gas. Now, cable is actually the one that I'm not going to click because I don't have cable. I have Netflix, I have Disney Plus, I have all those streaming channels, which is where the internet comes from. Okay, so I don't pay for cable. But obviously I have electricity. Okay. Next is your food. Okay. Now I'm going to be completely honest with you. Realistically, you're going to eat at home and you're going to dine out. I don't know anybody who eats out 100% of the time, and I don't know anybody who eats home 100% of the time. In my house, like for instance, today we'll probably eat at home, right? But on the weekends, we're going to be eating, fast food or whatever, and it fluctuates. So I just clicked this because that's a pretty good estimation. Now your transportation, okay? Human power, probably not realistic because you can't ride a bike everywhere. Public transportation really only exists in downtown Houston. I mean, there are some buses that come out here, I guess, but that's not really reliable. And then you have your used auto, basic auto, average auto, luxury auto. So let me break these down. I'm going to click used auto because I own a used automobile. The car that I drive and the truck that I have are pre-owned. They're not mine. Well, they are mine, but they're not brand new. Okay. I personally don't agree with purchasing a brand new vehicle because it's not worth it. Vehicles are not that. Vehicles depreciate in value. So the minute that you purchase the car and drive away, it's losing value because every mile you put on it, it loses its value. There are only a few cars that will maintain their value or go up in value if they're considered a classic or they're rare or whatever, but that's not most cars. So, and then 543 is not really realistic because my truck is used and I only pay 345. Okay, but see, here's an overestimation, and like I told you before, the house was kind of an underestimation. So now we're talking about like a $200 difference. This is like a ballpark, okay, is what they're talking about. Now your basic auto it's basic. You're talking about Honda. Not even, let me think of actual car models. Your Ford Focus, your Nissan Sentra, your probably like a Dodge Avenger, whatever. It's a basic car. It's not no real frills. Your average auto, that'll get you your truck. As you can see, there's a picture of a truck here. So your average auto, would be your SUV, your bigger truck, your pickup truck. You can add like an Avalanche, Z71, etc. in here, right? Your luxury auto, that's exactly how it sounds. That's your Mercedes, your Beamer, your ridiculously fancy cars, okay, Lexus, etc. Upwards, like if you're the kind of kid saying I'm gonna drive a Bugatti, okay, it's even more than that, okay, or a Tesla. Those are out of control, okay. So, if you're that kind of a person, if you say that's what you're gonna do, okay, then click that. I'm a used auto guy. I don't put all my money in cars. I just don't. That's not how I roll. All right. So next you got your clothing. Everybody has basic clothing, so everybody's gonna click that. If you do accessories, okay, so belts, hats, sunglasses, etc., and I do have accessories, so I'm going to click that. Now, work clothes is a little bit different, right? I technically do have work clothes, so I'm going to click that, okay, because I have nicer clothing that I wear to school, but I don't always have to wear it. So you might see me in a t-shirt and jeans most of the time at school, but I do have clothes that are meant for nice occasions. Okay, so I will click work clothes. If you have a uniform, okay, I know that some places, if you have a uniform, you are required to purchase the clothes for the uniform. So even at doctor's offices, you got to buy scrubs. You got to purchase those scrubs. So it's safe to just click all three of these. Now, shop till you drop. That's if you're ridiculous and you got to have Nike Air Jordans. You got to have Dolce & Gabbana and all this fancy Louis Vuitton stuff. Okay, I just got to have clothes and accessories like crazy. I'm not one of those people, so I'm not going to click that. But these three, pretty much everybody falls into those categories, okay? Then you got your health care. Okay, employer health insurance, that's a lie. $0. If you're in the military, or you work for a hospital, I don't really know anybody who gets $0 employer health insurance where the employer pays for everything. That's not true. Okay. Your basic individual health insurance, that's what teachers get. Okay. So if I was a teacher, I am a teacher, but if I didn't have a family, okay, but I have premium individual health insurance. This is actually not accurate either, $180. It's way more than that. But, you know, it's good to at least put that down. But I pay for premium because I'm not the only one on my insurance plan. I have my kids and my wife. We all have insurance, so it's higher price. Now they're saying a $40 difference. That's actually not true. But click it. You know, you're just getting a ballpark here. I do have vision and I do have dental because I have glasses and I want to keep my teeth. If you want to keep your teeth, you should probably click that too. And then this is just an idea because you can shop around. It's not necessary that you go with these numbers, but you'll learn that as you get older. But at least it's good to click it so you have an idea of what you're talking about. So personal care, everybody has the basics. Health and fitness. This allows you to purchase items that help keep you fit, gym memberships, activity trackers, yoga classes, etc. Once upon a time I did click this because I had a gym membership, but now I just have all of my equipment in my garage, so I just work out in my garage. I don't work out at a gym. And honestly, I will tell you, if you grow up and this is important to you, that you should probably do the same thing and just buy the stuff and have it in your house and work out at home. I mean, if you live in an apartment and you don't have a place to work out, then you'll probably get a gym membership. But if you do end up having a house, because I clicked house for the first option, I do have a house. I work out in my garage, and it's just cheaper. I did the numbers, and for me, the amount that I spend at the gym in a 6 months of membership at the gym pays for everything that's in my garage, and I don't ever have to pay for it again once it's in my house. So you know, that's my 2 cents on that. If you can afford not to pay for a gym membership and have the stuff in your house, do that. Otherwise, get the gym membership. But you should have something. Health and fitness is important because that also plays into the health insurance thing. I don't normally go to the doctor because I'm, you know, pretty healthy. But I do take care of myself and I do work out. Okay, I am overweight, but at least I'm not, you know, not doing anything all day. I work out regularly. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. Professional services. Okay, so you're talking about haircuts, coloring, manicures, pedicures, waxing, and more. As you can see, I have a bald head. I do not get haircuts, but actually no, my wife cuts her own hair and the girl's hair, so we don't even spend on this, and she doesn't get manicures or pedicures, so we don't use professional services. But we do have extras because my girls use makeup. Okay, so like I said, you're gonna make your own decisions, and I don't think that they actually. I can unclick this now because I'm reading it and it says, I mean, we have these things, but we don't spend $175 a month on them, so that's kind of crazy. So I'm actually not gonna click that because we don't we don't roll that heavy. Okay, next entertainment. Yes, I have my home entertainment. We do go out for fun. We do adventure. We do go to amusement parks. So I click all of those because we do all of those things. I'm like I said, I'm 38 years old, and you know, me and my wife are older, so we don't really go to clubs and parties and concerts. Every once in a while, we might go to the opera or something like that, but I would put that under my fun bundle, okay, or even amusement bundle, because it's not like I do all of these things all of the time, okay. But if you're a kid and you're like, when I get older, I'm gonna turn it up and party, all right, click that party bundle, okay. It's what you want. Like I said, what do you want? So we'll go miscellaneous. I do own my bicycle. I do have a pet. I go on vacations. I own electronics. And I like furniture. And let me be clear. Furniture, your sofa, your bed, Okay, you're probably going to click furniture and appliances, your refrigerator, your oven, your microwave, etc. Okay, if you're not planning on, sitting on egg cartons, then you're going to click that. Okay, so there you go. I have all of these on this one, right? So now you got your student loan debt. If you do not plan on going to college, then you won't have student loan debt, right? But then here are the different breakdowns. Okay, so let's get into this. Certificate would be like if you're going to be a welder, a mechanic, a hairstylist, something where you don't necessarily have to go to school like a college, but you might have to go to a vocational school or a training school or somewhere to learn that trade. Like I know there are welding places where you'll go learn just how to weld. I know that there are like cosmetology places where you'll go just learn how to do hair and makeup. Then you'll get your certificate and off you go. So that would be if you're clicking this, okay? Associate's degree, that's like if you go to Lone Star College, if you go to HCC or any of those community colleges that only have a 2-year associate degree program, then you would click here. And then as I get into bachelor's degree, I'm going to tell you these places are public, okay? There are private places that will do that, but really you might as well just go to the public place. I don't really know. And then you have for-profit, which I don't know how for-profit's any different from private, but I mean, if you're going to click on anything for certificate or associate's degree, just go with public, okay? When you get into bachelor's degree, that's like U of H, Texas A&M, University of Texas, etc., the big colleges, in which there are not very many public colleges that way. There are, and you can hunt them out, but you're probably going to go private, okay? And if you're planning on going to college, you'll click bachelor's degree. Now, I have a bachelor's degree that I got from Syracuse University and a master's degree that I got from the University of St. Thomas. I'm clicking master's degree because I have a master's degree. For most, like if you wanted to be a teacher, I was able to become a teacher with just a bachelor's degree. I got my master's degree because it opens more doors for me to have my master's, and I do get paid more because I have my master's. So that's a decision you'll probably make later in life. You'll probably go bachelor. So everybody who's planning on going to college should click private bachelor degree. Now, if you know for a fact or you dream in your heart to become a doctor or a high-level person, usually doctors, veterinarians, etc., okay, so we got a running car in the parking lot, but that has nothing to do with what I'm teaching. Professional degree is for doctors mostly, but there are people who have PhDs that are not doctors. But for the most part, if you know you want to be a doctor, a dentist, a veterinarian, or anything that's going to require a PhD, you're going to click private PhD. I don't know of any public PhD places. You would have to research that because I've never heard of one. But private is most likely where you're going. So that's the breakdown. Like I said, I clicked master's because I have a master's. So let's get to family, right? Let me tell you right now, this is not really something that you get to plan. So when you say I do not plan on having children, don't click there. Don't do it. Okay? Because even if you say I'm never having kids, okay, you are in middle school and you don't know the answer to that. Okay? Because you may not have met that person who's really going to blow your mind and you love them so much and oh my God, he's the man or woman of my dreams, etc. Okay? And then one thing is going to lead to another. You're going to end up having kids. So I would tell everybody to at least click on planning on having one kid. Okay? Plan on having one kid. And if you click, I plan on having 1 kid, and Mr. Hernandez is wrong, then you'll just have an extra $1,300 a month in your planning that won't make a difference at all. Okay, but Mr. Hernandez has 3 kids, so he's going to click on 3 kids because that's what he actually has. Okay, so that's my 2 cents. I would not click on this, because if you click on this and you lowball it, and then later on you find out, uh-oh, I ended up having 6 kids. You know, 3 kids, right? So just listen to your teacher. You don't know what's coming down the pipeline. All right, so let's go to savings. Okay, let me tell you right now, you want to click save 10% of your income. This is the number 1 thing. Savings is so huge. Okay, so many people do not plan their money properly. Your aggravation in life is going to come from not planning your money properly. Okay, save 10% of your income. So every paycheck, I'm not joking. Okay, every month I save 10% of the money that I made for the month. And I'm strict on that. I take that money, I put it in the bank, I don't touch it, and it sits there and it waits until something happens. Okay, I will give you a prime example of what I'm talking about. 2 months ago this summer, my wife got bit in the face by a dog, and we had to pay the bills. We were told that we would be reimbursed later, so I've heard that, you know, the insurance plan is going to pay for it and yada yada yada, but they're not paying for it right away. They're paying for it later. I had to actually come out of my pocket to pay for that, and it was not cheap. So I went into our savings to do that. If I did not save my money, I would be in a bad position. I'd have to go on a credit card or some other way and then hope that they get reimbursed and that the guys aren't going to back and forth. So don't live in the world of danger. Live in the world of saving 10% of your income or more. Okay, 10% is like the minimum, but you know, I stay 10% because I got 3 kids and they got to eat. All right, so now we're gonna get to our totals. So here it is. Okay, here it is. There it is. All the numbers. Okay, so now it says annual salary needed is roughly $120,000 a year. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what this means. Actually, if I go back, let me go back. So we got that number, 119.96. Okay, I am actually going to print screen this. Okay, and just for the sake of argument, I'm going to open up my Photoshop and I'm going to drop this into my Photoshop. I just want to do a difference with you. Okay, so I'm waiting for my Photoshop to open. I don't know if you can see the window opening. Sometimes when I open windows while filming, it does not show the new windows opening, but that's not really important. So I'm just talking while Photoshop loads up, because Photoshop does take a lot of time, especially when I'm making a video. I find that the allocation of memory is a deal. Waiting. Man, you're really killing my vibe, bro. People are waiting. How long does it take you to just open? Here we go. There we go. Okay. So if I don't know if you can see it. If you can see it, cool. If you can't see it, just bear with me as I open it up. And I'm gonna hit. Gosh, it is taking a hot minute. Open the file. There it goes. Okay, Control V. And there you go, 119.916. Okay, so I have it saved, right? So let's go back real quick. I'm going to make adjustments. Okay? Let's go back. Okay. Now, let me see. Okay, yeah, so these are all the same. We're just going to make changes because that final total is what I can expect. But I already have my masters. I already paid those bills, okay? So that's already done. I'm not, well, I mean, I am paying for the student loans, but what I'm saying is I've already completed it. So it's not like it's something I have to look forward to. It's already occurred. So let's go with debt-free just for argument's sake because I already have my masters. It's not a bill I can expect to pay. It's a bill I've already paid. Okay. I already have my kids. I have savings. Okay. So let's go with that. Let's see the difference. Okay. It didn't make much of a difference. So it's a $10,000 difference. Okay. So, okay, whatever. That I was curious about that, right? But okay, so now we're going to go back to student loan debt, and I am going to click masters because I know the next part it does make a difference, right? So you've done all that, and here you are. Okay, here's your totals. Okay, so I'm actually going to stop the video because that was the how to do Texas reality check. Next part, I'm going to talk about what to do now that you got this, okay?